And now it's time for another case law update. Today's update covers Abramowski versus Nuvei Corp, a securities dispute between Paya Holdings, Inc. and Nuvei Corporation, which was recently decided by the Third Circuit Court of Appeals. Here's what happened. In January 2023, Paya entered into a merger agreement with Nuvei. Under the agreement, Nuvei would purchase all shares of Paya common stock at $9.75 per share through a tender offer. However, under the merger agreement, all shares had to be tendered free of liens, restrictions, and encumbrances. Paya tendered its shares in response to Nuvei's tender offer, but Nuvei chose not to purchase them because the shares were earnout shares that were subject to transfer restrictions. Paya then sued Nuvei, claiming the SEC's best price rule required Nuvei to purchase Paya's tendered shares at the stated price. The district court concluded that the best price rule did not apply. Because the rule did not apply, the court dismissed Paya's claim. The issue on appeal was whether the best price rule requires the acquiring company Nuvei, in a tender offer, to purchase any tendered shares, even those subject to self-imposed transfer restrictions, such as the requirement that the shares be free of liens, restrictions, and encumbrances. The best price rule requires an offeror to pay any security holder for securities tendered in the tender offer the highest consideration paid to any other security holder in the same tender offer. In other words, the best price rule concerns the consideration that must be paid to tendering shareholders upon completion of a proposed tender offer. Paya argued that because it was a security holder subject to the tender offer, it was entitled to the share price paid to other shareholders. The court disagreed, stating that the best price rule does not require offerors to purchase every tendered share, even those restricted by prior agreement, but rather governs the consideration paid to shareholders. The best price rule is silent as to when an offeror must purchase tendered shares. Furthermore, securities law presupposes that a tendered offer may not be paid for and permits terms and conditions, such as Nuvei's condition that Paya's shares must be free of liens, restrictions, and encumbrances. The court concluded that because the best price rule is silent on when the offeror must purchase tendered shares, the merger agreement between Nuvei and Paya controlled. Under the agreement, Nuvei would purchase the shares only if they were free of liens, restrictions, and encumbrances. Because Paya's shares were not, Nuvei did not have to purchase them. The court affirmed the district court's dismissal of Paya's best price claim. So why does this matter? Many companies assume that once a tender offer is made, every shareholder is entitled to payment. Abramowski versus Nuvei Corp shows that this is not the case, and the parties are free to condition the purchase on whatever is provided for in their agreement. Bottom line, you need good counsel to draft the agreement and help you understand what you are signing. That's all for today. I'd like to thank Frances Warden, a law clerk in our Denver office, for her help with this update.